guys, today I'm going to be getting ready and I'm just going to chat with you guys about some things. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I feel like I have seen time and time again, over and over and over, across platform, across the internet, and that is undisclosed ads. And I don't think people are understanding, because you don't understand how the influencer sphere works, how often this is happening. And I wanted to talk about it because as somebody who has been doing this for, I don't know, 13 years, you know the drill, okay? When you are in this industry, it is plainly clear that how you need to disclose ads. And as a viewer, you might not realize that you're being lied to like so much. It's actually unbelievable. And you don't have to lie as an influencer. I've been doing this for a long time. I've never done an undisclosed ad. I've never been deceitful. You don't have to. Literally, you do not have to. But I do understand why people do. And I will explain that in just a moment to explain to you why I think people do this. Well, why I know people do this, because I personally have been asked to undisclose from specific brands. And I get why. I get why they want to do it. Totally unethical. I completely disagree with it, and I would never, but I see it done literally every single day across social media. So I want to talk to you guys about it because I think it's really important. I think it's really important that we recognize when we are being sold to and lied to. Before we talk about all the incorrect ways that you are lied to on the daily, by talking to you about today's sponsor, which is Cove Pure. Thank you so much to Cove Pure for sponsoring today's video. I didn't know how much I was going to love it until I got this product, and I realized I've used it 100 times a day. Cove Pure is a countertop water filter. It does so many different things and has been absolutely incredible. We love it so much. I think my favorite feature of it is the fact that you have hot water on demand, but that it's also safe because there's a little lock button, so my son can't push the button and then dispense hot water. I have not had to use my kettle or boil water at all every morning because I have the hottest water that I'm able to make my coffee with straight out of the machine instantaneously. It's the same with cold water as well, and I love the option to choose the amount that you're going to fill your cup. The fact that I am not much of a water drinker, I don't feel a lot of thirst. This is a thing I've talked about for literally years. Thirst isn't like a feeling that I feel. I really don't understand it, whatever. So I don't drink enough water, but because this machine is sitting there and so easily I can just press 8 ounces, fill up a cup, chug it down right there. I've already today, it's 11:59 when I'm filming this. I've already had 32 ounces of water. You guys don't understand. Typically by like 8 p.m. I've had 8 ounces maximum. 70 million Americans have PFAs in their drinking water. This filters out PFAs, it filters out microplastics, forever chemicals, arsenic, and it makes the water so delicious and fresh and crisp tasting. And also, Cove Pure has an alkaline filter which returns beneficial minerals back to the water. It's got a removable pitcher, which I love because you can just quickly get some water that's already filtered and amazing right there for you. But if you want really cold, crisp water, it's right there at your fingertips. Warm water, super hot water, room temperature water, 240,000 nano and microplastics are found on average in every liter of a water bottle, which is, I've drank so many in my time. If you want like a simple plug and play, you want a countertop solution, you don't have to have any plumbers or drilling or anything like that. This is a really great alternative to get amazing filtered water. There's 4 different filtration steps. Stage 1, Cove Pure traps things like rust, sand, or other large particles. And then stage 2, it will filter out harmful chemicals like VOCs, pesticides, chlorine, microplastics. Then powered by Cove Pure's Clearwave technology, thousands of harmful chemicals like lead, arsenic, forever chemicals, and pharmaceutical drugs are removed. And stage 4, beneficial minerals like calcium and magnesium are returned to your water, increasing your water's pH to 7.5 to 8 to ensure healthy, balanced water. If you guys are interested in checking out Cove Pure, you guys can scan the QR code up on the screen or go to covepure.com/RawBeautyKristi to get $200 off. And I thank you again so much to Cove Pure for sponsoring today's video. And now we're gonna hop into talking about how there are correct ways to do sponsored content and there are incorrect ways. And I'm not saying that I'm always correct. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but the FTC makes it pretty clear. And I feel like brands, some brands, and some influencers really like to skirt their way around that and not do it correctly. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about some of those ways today so you can be aware of what you are seeing and know when you're being sold to. I'm gonna put my makeup on while I do this. You would think I would have a hair clip sitting here, but looking normal. When you are on Instagram, when you're on, it's mostly Instagram, Shorts, Reels, TikToks, things like that. You might not even notice it when you see incorrect disclosure. According to the FTC, they say you are allowed to use terms like ambassador, partner. However, a lot, and I noticed this, a lot of people are not aware that that is a sponsorship because they are not verbally disclosing like, hey, I am working with this brand in today's video. This is not, they don't say I'm being sponsored by, thank you so much to blank for sponsoring this video. They just are showing you product. This is amazing, this is amazing, this is amazing. And maybe their background is white and the text is white at the top. So if you didn't notice, it might say like, I'm gonna use Acme again, Acme partner, Acme ambassador. You wouldn't know that this is a sponsorship. You would watch this and you would be like, oh, they actually genuinely love this product and they're just showing me. And I think it's really important for us to recognize as consumers, often if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. I'm not saying that everybody's dishonest, but there is a benefit to be had for a lot of companies and brands that they don't like the disclosure of specifically hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, because it is less likely that the person looking at the ad and watching it is going to buy the product. Now, I have had brands in the past, and I'm not gonna call them out right now because this was a long time ago. I turned it down, and it was a long time ago. But I've had a few brands, actually quite a few, say that I'm not allowed to say hashtag ad. And I always push back on that. I say like, oh, 100%, I will always say hashtag ad because I want to make it plainly clear that this is a partnership, because I don't want people to feel like bamboozled. I don't want people to feel like, you know, I'm trying to lie to them or trying to pull a fast one on Big Daddy. But that's not always the case. So I will say that I have even personally, a few years ago, it was probably like 6 years ago now. Yeah, probably 6 years ago now. Wow, time freaking flies. The CEO of a very large brand, he's no longer the CEO, personally call me and personally ask me, I didn't do it, which made it really uncomfortable, I will say. Made it really uncomfortable when I had to be literally on the phone with this dude as he was telling me that he wanted me to do a bunch of undisclosed videos for him on Instagram. And I politely declined. But it was really uncomfortable, but it was specific that I not use the proper disclosures because that makes people not buy the product. I didn't, but a lot of people will, because especially the kind of money that's offered to influencers, it's not easy to turn down. Let me just tell you that right now. It's not easy to turn down. It's misery turning it down. But you have to, I mean, at least for me, honesty and integrity has always been something that I am like unwilling to waver on. And no amount of money has ever been worth it to me. I will say that I can't speak for other people because I've seen other people do sponsorships with the companies that have specifically asked me not to use proper disclosures, and they're doing it. So, you know, not to call anybody out, just to say, keep your wits about you, because I want people to know that the stuff that you're seeing on the internet may totally be true. And I think that a lot of times people are getting better about recognizing when it is feeling a little bit fishy. You're like, wait a minute. A lot of people don't, especially the young and impressionable audience. And especially in this age of over-consumerism that we are in with if you look at people's Instagram stories who specifically do links as a part of their way to sell things to people, the amount of over-consumerism is staggering and painful to see. You buy this much shit. They, you know, a lot of influencers do care about their following and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is a job, and this is a part of the job is selling things to you and getting you to click on those links and getting you to buy things. That's just the way that it works. Like when you're an influencer, if you see somebody go to Instagram stories, you see a bunch of links and stuff like that. Most of the time, those are undisclosed affiliate links. Have I ever seen a disclosed affiliate link? I don't know. Sometimes, very rarely, I feel like people are disclosing affiliate links. But if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like, what are you talking about disclosing affiliate links? I feel like people at this point really do know. But affiliate links are like, I'm not affiliated with Amazon, okay? I have no affiliation with Amazon other than the fact that I am a part of the Amazon influencer program because I signed up. So when you are like a part of the Amazon influencer program and you have like a landing page where people can purchase things off of your page, or you're doing links for Amazon, like if I'm linking something through Amazon and I say affiliate link or commissionable link or commission link or whatever underneath it, Amazon doesn't know I exist other than the fact that like I'm just another person that purchases from them. But you can use that link, use an affiliate link, and then you click on that, even though affiliate makes it seem like you're affiliated with them. Basically an affiliate link or commission link is like, if you click on that link and you buy the product, I'm gonna get a portion of whatever you bought paid to me through the Amazon influencer program. The same goes for Magic Links, for Reward Style, for ShopMy, all these different places. I'm not shitting on, influencers doing their job. I do it too. I do links sometimes. If I really like a product, I'll do the link. But if they don't put the term commissionable link, or they don't say like little star affiliate link or commission link, a lot of people wouldn't realize that if they click that link and if they buy not just that product, but anything off of Amazon through that clicked link, that influencer is going to receive a commission based on that. And that's totally fine. They did send you the product. They gave you the idea for it. I'm not against affiliate links. I'm not against sponsorships. I'm not against any of that. This is literally my job too. And I've been doing it for a really long time. And I am thankful for every sponsor that I get. And I'm thankful for affiliate links and the revenue that they do generate. But what I am against is undisclosed, because people don't realize that the reason you're talking to them about that thing, maybe not the reason you're talking to them about it, but that you are profiting off of that. And I don't think that that's very fair. I just feel bad when people just don't realize, Sort of like I said in one of my recent videos, when you are quote unquote shit on for being honest and saying, thank you to today's sponsor, and people are like, oh, another sponsor. You're inadvertently making people not want to disclose their sponsorships because they're gonna get shit on if they do, shit on if they don't. And actually, you're more likely to buy the product if they don't tell you that they're sponsored, and you're not gonna bitch at them because they're sponsored all the time. So I see why people do it. It doesn't make it okay. I'm not okay with it at all. However, I get it though. It's sort of like you realize as soon as you say hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, as soon as you're like, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, people are gonna skip through that. They don't want it, blah, blah, blah. But if you're just like, I love this product, this is so amazing, blah, blah, people think you're real and true, and you might just toss a little hashtag partner at the top, toss a little hashtag blank partner, and people are gonna click on that and they're going to believe you more, even though you're actually being more dishonest. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, but I don't really care at the end of the day. You have to be forthcoming, in my opinion, because, that's the whole point. The whole point of the internet is that we are given this platform and being influencers, and we're influencing people to buy or not to buy. And we want to make sure that we're being honest when we're being paid to do so. And a lot of times I'm seeing that people aren't, and it's not cool. I really don't like it when I see that people aren't honest about their sponsorships. But the thing is they know they're not being, and they're still going to continue to do it. But that's why I say, as consumers, you just want to keep your wits about you and notice that sometimes you might want to pay attention. Because the thing is every single time that a brand is working with somebody, or at least every time I've worked with somebody, you have to get the brand's approval before posting. So when anytime you see a sponsorship, unless there's some outstanding circumstance, which I've never experienced, anytime you see a sponsorship, the brand has seen that and approved it. So this isn't just people posting and then the brand can come out and be like, oh, I didn't know they were going to do that. No, you knew because you were sent it and you made your critiques and you said, you gave brands will send you a brief ahead of time, important talking points, and then your code or whatever. But you also send that to the brand and make sure that they are okay with what you're going to post before you do it. So when you see improperly disclosed partnerships, the brand saw that ahead of time. So you have to know that more than one person is to blame. And I, like I said, while I don't agree with it, I totally understand why people don't do it. And I understand why that CEO called me and asked me to do that, because he wanted to actually sell more product, which I don't think is cool. I don't think that's cool at all. I have been filming and talking for 15 more minutes and my camera wasn't even recording. What I was saying was that they want to sell more product, and they realize that when they say things like hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad, all of that stuff, the likelihood of you clicking that link is significantly lower. And that is the unfortunate part of this entire thing, is that when you see proper disclosure, you're less likely to want to buy the product. Some people and brands feel like we're gonna get shit on anyway, so just don't disclose and we'll sell way more product and then nobody will even know. I'm not saying that a lot of brands do this or even all or anything like that, but I certainly have been asked to work with brands to not disclose. And here's the thing, I see other people working with those brands and making the same content that I was asked to make and doing it. So I'm just saying it is being done. And a lot of people don't think this is a big deal. People are like, oh my God, just don't buy it if you don't want it. And it's like, yeah, but some people don't know that, Like some people aren't that not socially aware, but aware of how things are on the internet. And I don't know, like some people are young and so they just had no idea. But that's the thing. What you need to pay attention to as a consumer of makeup, consumer of content, what I think you need to pay attention to be able to have your wits about you, to know what people are doing on the internet, and to see kind of what proper disclosure, like you know what it looks like now. Unfortunately, I don't think that hashtag partner or hashtag ambassador, like hashtag blank brand ambassador, I don't think that that should be proper disclosure, but that's just me. The FTC would disagree, and that's fine. They're allowed to disagree. That's totally fine. Whatever. I don't think it's proper disclosure because I don't think that that's very clear. I don't think it's very obvious that you're being paid to post that. You just might think like, oh, they're an ambassador for the brand. Like, what does that even mean? That means they're being paid. They're not an ambassador. Like, they don't work at the company. They're just using the term ambassador because it's like a long-standing partnership, or they're just like a partner with a brand. But I don't know. I don't feel like the word partner really does hit home for a lot of people, but I'm not the FTC. They disagree with me, and that's fine. They can do that. But I want you to know as a consumer what to look for. So if you are watching somebody's video, it looks absolutely amazing. Look for the terms hashtag partner, hashtag ambassador, whatever, ad, sponsor, things like that. But if you don't see it right away, but you're like, this does feel sponsored, click on the description of the video or the like hashtags down below, especially in like TikTok, Reels, things like that. So it probably should be up on the screen, very obvious, and not probably, it should be. But a lot of times people hide it down in their description box. You shouldn't have to do all this due diligence. It should just be right up on the screen, but some people don't do that. So I'm just telling you where you should look. Also, some people don't do any of that at all. Affiliate links are a different thing. Those are not sponsorships. They are not being paid to talk about those, but they do get paid through the links if you click them and purchase something. So sometimes the way that you can see that is if you click on the link and it takes you to like a landing page that says the person's name, like it might say like blah, 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 H. Blah, 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 RawBeautyKristi or RBK or something like that. It might pop up and you might then notice, oh, hey, that is an affiliate link, because some people don't disclose affiliate links. I think they are supposed to technically disclose that. And that is the unfortunate reality, is that nothing's going to change throughout the influencer industry as long as this is working for brands and for people, and it is. So that's why I'm making this video for you as the consumer, because if you know what to look for or to keep your wits about you, just like to see that like, hey, this person talks about this product an awful lot. Oh wait, they have a white background and white text up there at the top that says partner. Oh, or they have a black background and right down at the bottom in black writing, super teeny, it says partner. Those are what I'm talking about. So technically they are disclosing, but it's not clear, concise, and proper disclosure. And in this age of consumerism that we are in, where people are buying things to an immeasurable number that I can't even believe. Like you see people like, they'll be selling you one cup this hour, a t-shirt this hour, a tank top this hour. This is my favorite perfume. Here's my favorite 60 products that I bought on Amazon this week. That's their job. A lot of things that you see on the internet are totally real and are totally legit. But as we remember when TikTok was coming to a fiery crash and we thought that it was gonna be gone forever, everybody said, and one more thing I have to tell you, I lied about making the ice cube trays. I lied about using 15 pumps on my face. I lied about, they all told you their secrets. And a lot of it was that I went viral for a lie. Some things you see on the internet are real and a lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it's fake and a lot of it is, you have to remember that influencers now are influencing you to buy something. And you know, that's fine. I think it's fine. Granted, of course I think it's fine. It's my job. Like, of course I'm gonna like defend it. But as long as you are properly disclosing that you are working with that brand and that this is a sponsorship and that you are being paid to promote this product. But when you are lying about it, or not even lying, like, cause you're not lying, you do like the product, but you just didn't tell somebody that you were making a shit ton of money to talk about it. That I don't like. And so I just think that we need to just be more clear as a group of people to know what we are watching, but also as influencers, we need to be better. Like, come on, we have to be better. We have to just start telling the truth and being honest and knowing that, yeah, we may get less sales and that's not fun, but that is, who cares? Anyway, I hope this video was somewhat helpful for you as somebody who like consumes social media content or, you know, watches influencers, just to know, pay attention to hashtag partner, pay attention to the lack of it. Sometimes it might just be the disclosure at the top, like a paid partner disclosure. That is proper disclosure on Instagram. But sometimes you won't see any of that at all. And if it seems too good to be true, it probably is, unless the person is specifically stating, this is not sponsored. I am not being paid to, and I do that. I have to like literally painfully over disclose that I'm not sponsored when I'm not, because I want people to understand like sometimes things just are good and it feels like they're lying to you because so many people are freaking liars on the internet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that it was somewhat helpful for you to understand how these things work and what proper disclosure looks like. I've made a video like this in the past talking about, you know, people needing to be more forthcoming and people needing to be more honest. And of course, unfortunately, I have not seen that happen in the influencer space. And unfortunately, I've seen the exact opposite happen time and time again. So I thought it would never hurt to make another one. And if you guys are interested in more of these type of videos, please leave me any suggestions that you guys have down in the comments. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video.